What is happening, YouTube? It's your boy Austin from Big Nut Gaming here, and we are back with my regional topping profile. I got 40th at the Detroit Regional. It was like 375 some odd people there. I could have done better. I punted the last round. I'll explain to that when we get to the extra deck. You'll see. I'll explain to you what happened. And so definitely going to Columbus this weekend, upcoming Sunday. We're playing the same list. The deck is so good. You know me. You know my favorite decks. I played P.U.N.K Virtual World. So start out with 3 Lulu. Best card in the deck. She's so good. Hands down, great. I see a lot of people cutting it to 2. I keep it at 3. Lao Lao, I need names. Legs, even though he's a bad starter, he's still a really good starter. And for the last 2 Psychics, we play double Nan Yan. 2 is necessary. Keep him in rotation. Keep him flipping in and out. It's just great. Chu-Che shuffling it back or Nan Yan shuffling itself back. It's just really, really good. On for the Worms, I have Triple Dog. I love using this card so much. He's not my favorite, though. My favorite has to be Horse. Horse and Calhoun is full combo. And it's really cool if you have an E-Telly because you get to do the P.U.N.K stuff before you do your Virtual World stuff. So you get 2 negates, 1 to 2 negates, and you get Lily and Calhoun full combo. So you're awesome. And then we have the 1 Tao Tao. I call it Tutu because she looks like she's a dancer. Tutu is really, really nice for having a random monster name, because you don't always want to get rid of your ones that send from deck, and sometimes you have to send a monster. So sending Tutu's nice. She's a free 6 extender. It's just random stuff. Triple Keenlong card is really good, especially in today's meta. You can play it down, or you can Calhoun it out and negate DPE. It's hilarious. Speaking of which, we got Triple Calhoun. In the matches I lost today at the regional, I got this ashed. This hurt. Getting this ashed hurt so bad. I played through it a few other times, but the ones that I lost, it was mainly because of the Calhoun getting ashed. Double Chu-Che and 1 Zhan Wu. You have to play 2 and 1 just for your ratios. I opened this card more times than I didn't this weekend, and it was very upsetting. So I feel like I can do even better if I don't open this card all the time. But again, having the P.U.N.K cards, they let you have a nice discard outlet. So you're able to discard the Zhan Wu from time to time. Speaking of which, we have the Almond, the Foxy Toon, and the Spider in that order. And then the Spider grabs the Gabu. It's really nice, especially when you get to E-Telly them out. Which, play 3 E-Telly because it's at 3. Why not? It's really good. It's not once per turn. If they ash it, you open 2. It's like, alright, cool. Thanks for negging. Triple Tactics Talents. Card's okay. People weren't hand trapping me as much, and when they were, I was honestly just looking at their hand, making sure they didn't have any more. Sometimes I drew 2, but mostly, like I said, I was just looking at the hand, trying to rip an extra card out. We play the Gotham's Hand Rip, so if they discard a card and I talents them and I still have combo, that's 2 cards. The Gotham's Hand Rip is 4, so I don't even have to rip the last card. I can banish the card off the top of their deck or something like that. It's really ridiculous. Double Foolish Burial Goods, just because the card is the best extender in the game. It's the best starter, in my opinion. You activating Foolish Burial Goods, you send the Keenlong, they're like, alright, cool, he has to have a Keenlong, they have to ash it there, or if they don't, you're just kind of off to the races. You know that they don't have anything. And then hand traps, I play Triple Bell. I feel like Belle is the best hand trap right now. She overperformed this weekend. Anytime I saw her, I was not upset. And even games I saw 2 of her, I was not upset. Like, she's really good. Double Ogre, it is great for the Adventure token matchup. It's good for the Flunder matchup. It's just really good in general. And then Double Ash, just because, again, the girls are good. Like, there is no reason to not play them. They're, I think, the best hand traps right now. Imperm and Valor don't do enough. I feel like they can do, Ash and Ogre can do more. On to the extra deck. Like I said, we're playing the Hand Rip. I've got Gotham's, Double Cloud Castle, and Blafnir for the Hand Rip portion. It's so good. People don't expect it. Calhoun and Lily is a Rip 3 if you have an additional name in hand already as either discard fodder, being like the Zhan Wu, or an additional name to activate. Then I get the Rip 4. So it's really, really good. ripping 3 is still fantastic because you rip 2, and then you still rip, you only rip 2, but ripping 2 is still really good in this format, especially because one of them gets banished. So I send one to the grave, banish the other one. I know what my opponent's playing, so I know how to send up boards and stuff like that. That's the main reason for the hand rip, so I know what my opponent's playing and I can get know how to build my board. We have the Zeus line, which is the Sky Thunder, Gossip Shadow, Downer, and into the Zeus. It's just really, really good. Card's broken. We get to set it up free because half the time the Punk stuff will go into this, and if they use the negate, we only have a 2 Zeus, but if we don't, we have a 4 Zeus. It's ridiculous. Also, the Punk stuff can go into the Long Long. This is how, if we have a if we don't have a name, we can get a free name off the Punk stuff. It sucks because we don't make the negate, so we're not nib proof, but at least we still have a name. And Long Long is awesome if they have like a monster effect or something they're going to activate. We can end on it. It's a random negate. Also, they can't target it. Fan we play just as a random rank 6 out. I like it as a rank 6 name to have from time to time, but also I like the targeting banish effect. Like I said, you discard cards, so if you discard with Gothams, you can go into Fan. I guess they have to have a card to banish in the grave, so that doesn't work for the first hand rip, but there's a lot of times where I'll banish their DPE out of the grave after forcing the DPE, or I'll banish the like the Water Enchantress that we got rid of or something like that. Like it's really good banishing. Yeah, it targets, but it's unfortunate. Bouncer is the only card in this extra deck I would potentially cut, but there's so many times where I get my opponent down to like low life and I just make Bouncer and they can't do anything. Also, he's a fun rank 6 negate. He's the only rank 6 negate that you can make in the deck, and there will be times when your opponent will call D-Barrier Synchro because they know Virtual World Synchros. That's why I'm playing so many black cards in this deck. But making this board is ridiculous. So you make these 2 attack for 51, and then you get the 4 material Zeus and a Bouncer negate. It's really nice. Or you can make these 2, and then I don't play the Gaia Charger, mainly because I don't own one. I don't know where I'd put it in. My deck is kind of tight right now. But yeah, so the black cards are very necessary. D-Barrier hurts a lot, especially when they can only call 1. So that's why you have to play an even number of black and white cards. On to the synchros, we've got Charge Warrior, Coral Dragon. This is a +2 line into Sigma. And also, this is how I lost the last round. I played Flunder in the last game. Could have made Final Sigma and then just kept it on board in the extra monster zone. They really can't out this card. This card is a trump against Flunder. It's freaking great. But you make the Charge Warrior, draw a card. You make the Coral Dragon, sink into Final Sigma, draw a card off the Coral Dragon. It's beautiful. If you only have 1 to 2 names, this is your best line of play. If you only have 1 name that's not Horse, you need that. The Horse is so good because of the double Foolish Burial. That's why it counts so much for the hand rip part. Horse is the best. And then we play Mech and Shen. Mech is just to out random cards. Help me push for game a lot. You just make this target their back row if they have it. Target a monster to get it out of the way. And then Shen is Shen. I'll use... if you can't do... there's times where I will make Blathnir with Shen just to detach the Shen. It's very rare, but a lot of the time Shen will come out on the board when I have to end on... If you go on just Sigma and Shen, this is also an FTK against a lot of decks, because they can't out this, and then this just recurring every turn, banishing their cards. It's just really that good. So yeah. As for the side deck, we have Triple Token Collector. Didn't have to side it in. Didn't see any Sword Soul. Saw a bunch of Adventure, but I already main cards for Adventure, so I'm not worried about it. I have the Bell Ogre Ash. That really stops the Adventure stuff, so I don't need to put this in for that matchup. This is definitely in here just for Sword Soul, but I didn't see any this weekend. I definitely seen a lot of decks that Lancia went in for, and let me tell you what, Lancia is really good. So is Twin Twister. I love the discard outlet, and Twin Twister's in the standby, being able to take out the field spell and the back row on Flunder, or take out the Eldritch cards and stuff and have me free discarding, it's really good. Also, being able to chain it to like the skill drain, which, well, not skill drain doesn't hurt me, but like the TC Boo or the Gozen match, something like that, it's really nice. Dark Ruler went in so many times. I'll break your board. I'll pick it apart. I don't need to kill you. It sucks that I can't kill you from time to time, but I'll just pick your board apart and make Final Sigma Shen with the Chu-Che live with like 4 materials banned. Like, it's ridiculous. Evenly is, again, the same as Dark Ruler. I'll break your board, set up my own board. You can't play through it. My boards are... They're not oppressive, but they're hard to replay through. So that's why I play a lot of the blowout go second cards, like Evenly, Dark Ruler, stuff like that. Matchups this weekend, I played against 2 P.K. Brave. I beat up on the deck. It was really good. We have a really good matchup against that deck. I played against, what was it? It was 3 different Flunders. I won 1, I lost 2, mainly because, like I said, I didn't realize until the end of the day. It was a long day. I was really tired. I didn't realize until the end of the day, and I hadn't thought about it before. If we make Final Sigma against Flunder, we just kind of win. So, I could have done that multiple times in that game 3. The first game we played against Flunder was always unwinnable. They open D-Shifter both games. So we weren't able to play at all. And then they just were able to go off. So that's how that was. Played against some random stuff like Madolche. We beat up on that. My only losses on the day were to Flunder and Dragon. It was that Rose Dragon Adventure Synchro deck. So we went X3, got 40th place out of like 375. Like I said, we'll see this at Columbus. I love this deck. Biggest shout outs to Team Shuffles, everyone that came with me in the car, Stefan, Jimmy, so Daniel. So like, thanks everybody who showed out with me. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna be doing this a lot more. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down there in the bottom for more awesome content. And we'll see you back here with awesome deck profiles from the Columbus Regional. You guys have a great day. It's Big 9 Gaming in Austin. I'm out.